Right, greetings, grade 9s. So we are doing this revision of the topics that we did last week because you guys showed that you were not following and you were not understanding. So we have to do this intervention class. So I hope you will be able to grasp the concept. So in this exercise, I have done some problems for you on how you are to solve given problems involving straight lines and triangles and their properties. Right, let's say you are given two parallel lines and a transversal line, right? And then they say find the value of A. So in this case, it's simple. We can say A is equals to 146 degrees, and we have to write the reason. The reason here being that A and 146 are alternate angles. And what you must know is that alternate angles are equal, right? And then let's say they again give you two parallel lines and two transversal lines which are not parallel, and then they say find the unknown angles given by the small letters. So to find the value of A, we can see A plus 63. These are angles on a straight line which are supplementary, so they add up to 180 degrees, and then you solve for A. So our A is going to be 180 degrees minus 63 degrees, so our A is going to be equals to 117 degrees. And to find B, you can see B and 94 degrees are co-interior angles, and co-interior angles are again supplementary, right? So which means we are going to now solve for B. B will be 180 degrees minus 94, which will give us 86 degrees. And now we can find the value of C. In this case, our C is equal to our angle A, which is going to be 117. Both are 117 degrees. Why? The reason for that is that C and A are corresponding angles, and corresponding angles are equal. And then D is equals to 94 degrees because D and 94 are vertically opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles are equal. Right, there we go. Let's move on. Now we've got this problem which involves a triangle and parallel lines. So remember, we are looking at properties of straight lines and angles between the straight lines and the triangle. So here they want us to find the size of A, right? They want us to calculate A, so of which they say AE and AF are equal. So this one you can do it in a number of ways. So myself, I'm choosing to use, you can even use 2A is equals to 80 because AF is equals to AE, which becomes angles facing equal sides. But I want to use another property of triangles. I'm going to say 5A minus 40 is equals to 2A plus 80 degrees, which is what? The external angle of a triangle is equal to the opposite, to the two opposite interior angles. And then I solve for A. So solving for A, I solve for A, which is going to be 3A is equals to 120. I divide both sides by 3. My A will be equals to 40 degrees. And then now I know my value of A. Now I want to find B. I'm going to use angles on a straight line. 5A minus 40 degrees plus B should be equals to 180 degrees. That is the angles of an angle of a straight line. Right, angles on a straight line. So I solve for B. I know my A is 40, so I substitute the value of 40 and then I solve for B. My B in this case is going to be 180 degrees minus 200 plus 40, which is going to be 20 degrees. Now I have my value of A, I have my value of B. My A is 40 degrees, my B is 20 degrees. Now I can solve for C, D, and E. So my C is going to be, right, 2 which means my angle 2A is equal to angle C. Those are corresponding angles. Remember, corresponding angles are equal. So my C will be 2 times 40, which is 80 degrees. And then my D will be equals to 2A plus B, which is the external angle of a triangle. I choose that one. So you can see you can use a variety of properties to solve these kind of problems. So here I choose these ones. So I substitute my value of A, I substitute my value of B, right? It's going to be my D will be equals to 80 plus 20, which is going to be 100 degrees. And then to find my E is going to be D and E. They are co-interior angles. Remember, co-interior angles are supplementary. So my E is going to be 180 subtract 100 degrees, which is E will be equals to 80 degrees. There we go. So there are many ways of solving these kind of problems. What you choose is choose what you understand and you use it. Let's move on. In this case, you can see that here I am given a situation, right? So in this situation, you can see that for me to figure out that suspending angle there, what I'm going to do, I have to be creative. I will draw another parallel line for me to figure that one out, right? So once I do that, I label it XY line, and then I can say angle AFG is equals to angle FGY. Both are equals to 40 degrees. The reason being that they are alternate angles, so I put my 40 degrees there, and then I say angle CEG will be equals to angle EGY, which are both equals to 20 degrees because they are alternate angles again. So that is my 20 degrees. Now to figure out theta, I say theta plus 40 degrees plus 20 degrees should be equals to 360 degrees because these are angles around a point, which is a complete revolution. So now I solve for theta, which is 360 minus 40 degrees minus 20 degrees is going to be 300 degrees. So my theta is solved. It's 300 degrees. Moving on. In diagram LM, we're given that LM is parallel to NP and QCM is equals to 44 degrees. NDC is equals to 68 degrees. And ABV is equals to 112 degrees. They want us to prove that EF is parallel to TS. So I'm going to say DCN is equals to MCQ. The reason being that they are vertically opposite angles. Now I've got my triangle CDN. I can use that to find the value of X. So I'm going to say 44 degrees plus 68 degrees plus the angle X should be equals to 180 degrees. These are some of the interior angles of a triangle. Right now I can solve for X. X will be 180 degrees minus 44 degrees minus 68 degrees. So X is 68 degrees. Now I solve for Y using the properties of a straight line. Y plus 112 is equal to 180 degrees. Those are angles on a straight line. Now I solve for Y. Y is going to be 180 minus 112 degrees, which is 68 degrees. Now I can say therefore EF is parallel to ST because Y is equals to X, which is 68 degrees, and those are corresponding lines which only occur where they are parallel lines. I hope this was able to help you. Now we are going to complete 2 quizzes and then we will see how you do. Okay.